Hello AOS fans, Robin here, once again without Pete. Pete's doing whatever he does on a Friday afternoon, and I'm here to tell you about a small box game from Renegade Studios called Dragon's Hoard. It's a small box game, as I said, for 2 to 4 players. It's fairly simple, it's a card game, and I suppose its distinguishing feature is its artwork. Lovely artwork, got a sheep on that side and a unicorn on that side, a treasure chest on that side with a red sheep. What else have we got? We've got some coins, which is more of a treasury thing with an orange sheep, and a dragon, as because of the Dragon's Hoard. And so we have different colour backed cards. We have red cards, orange cards, blue cards, purple cards. There we go, look, lovely, a different array of cards. It's a very simple game, as I said. I'm going to try and run through it over top-down overview for you with the green screen. The first time I've done that, so we'll see how that goes. And, well, yes, see what you think. It's a pretty great game. It's very simple to teach. Yeah, my children are 8 and 12 now, and they enjoy playing this game. It's fairly simple. The tactics, one of those games that's kind of like, it's not very difficult to learn, but actually playing it is quite good fun. It gets quite complex. It doesn't get heated, but it gets kind of, complex is the wrong word, it gets kind of back and forth, ebb and flow of the game, which is it's quite nice. It's a nice little palate cleanser, little filler. Games take about half an hour to 45 minutes. So I'm going to do a top-down view for you, as I said, and we'll run through it and we'll see how we go. So I'm all set up here for a game of Dragon's Hoard. I have 4 piles to choose from, and there are, as you can see, there are 5 coloured sheep in this game. Well, there are 4 coloured sheep there. There's a blue one, as well as there's a purple one, as well as the blue one. There's a purple sheep there, so the colours are significant, and I'll explain why in a second. So on my turn, so you start off, you have you've dealt 4 cards. Now in my hand I've got 2 action cards. I've got the wild sheep card and the wizard card, which they do various things. There are action cards and they do different things in a turn, and there are treasure cards which you play, and these are the things that score you points and money. So they each have a value on the top. This is 4, this is 1. If you so if I scored those at the end of the game, they will be worth 5. You have to collect these, and in a 3-player game you have to collect 9. In a 2-player game I think it's 10, and I'm guessing in a 4-player game it's 8 cards, 8 treasure cards. So you have to collect these, and the higher the numbers on them, the more points they're worth, and they range from 1 up to 8. The higher ones are harder to play. To play a treasure card, you have to get the right colour sheep. So this is 2 yellow sheep, and this one is any colour sheep you like. And this one was only worth 1 is 2 of any colour sheep. So what you would do to play those treasure cards is you would take 2 cards from your hand. So I would need 2 yellow ones, and these aren't 2 yellow ones, but I would need 2 yellow ones, and I would discard them, and I could play those jewels down in front of me. So okay, I'm looking at this thing here. It's my go. First I have to draw 2 cards in a 2-player game, 3 cards in a 3-player game, 4 cards in a 4-player game, and I have to draw a card. So I'm thinking, okay, I want to play my yellow, so I'm going to draw a yellow card. So I draw a yellow card, and I can replace this one like this, and there's no more yellow, but I have purple, I have blue coins, so I think, okay, I'll take the blue coin card too. And I'm just going to pretend I'm playing a 2-player game, so that's the 2 I've drawn. So now I have these backs here, which the next player would choose when it's his turn. But there are 2 things I can do now. Now I've drawn my cards, there are 2 things I can do. And I can do either of them or both of them, but I can't do the same thing twice. So you can either, number 1, take an action, so you can play an action from your hand. So in this case I have 2 actions. I now have 4 treasure cards and 2 action cards. I have the wizard and the wild sheep card. So I could play one of those from my hand. And if I don't want to do that, I don't have to. And if I do want to do that, they do various things, and I shall go over that in a moment. These 2, wild sheep and the wizard unstoppable card, not particularly useful right now. But I do have, I could play this treasure card. This is the other thing you can do. So you can take an action as the first thing, and the second thing you can do is play a treasure. And to play a treasure, you have to discard the cards that you have given by the sheep. So this one is 2 of any colour sheep. This one is 3 blue sheep and 2 of any colour. So you can see that's number 7. That's quite the wishing tree is quite a powerful card. it needs more sheep, and it needs more sheep of a specific colour. Similarly, the orange one here, need 2 yellow ones, so I can't play anything apart from this one. So what I would do to play these coins is I would discard 2 cards, and they can be 2 cards of any colour. So I would think, okay, I don't really need my wizard at the moment, and actually I don't think I'm ever going to get to play this wishing tree, so I'm going to discard both of those, and I will play that down in front of me, and then it would be the end of my turn. It will pass on to the next turn, and play continues round and round and round until somebody's laid 10 treasure cards down in a 2-player game, 9 in a 3-player game, and 8 in a 4-player game, and the total number of treasure you have is the winner. So that is the basic game in essence, but there are a few extra things that can go on in this game. So going away from the game at the moment, we're still set up here for this is sometime later in the game, we're still set up for playing, but I'm just going to go through the different things that the cards can do. So when you hang an action card, you can play them. Some of them you play on yourself, some of them you play on your opponents. So the first one on the list, there is a reference card that comes with the game, which you can use to help you. There's one for each player. First card is done in alphabetical order, I think. Yeah, it's not done in alphabetical order, but you know, why not? First card is the Angry Mob. So the Angry Mob, you can play, all opponents must discard half of their hands, players round down. So basically, if you play an Angry Mob card in front of you, then everybody has to discard their hands, which is great if they're starting to get loads of treasure built up to play that big red princess is worth 8, I think it is, and she needs lots of red cards. If you had loads of red cards in your hands, you've got to discard half of them. Yaboo, sucks to you. But not if somebody plays a dragon card. So if you have a dragon card in your hand, so the action cards, to recap, the action cards are played out of your hand in your turn. You can do 1 per turn. If, however, you have a dragon card, you can play that at any time. So if you think, right, I don't want to throw away half my cards at the moment, but I do have this dragon card, I'm going to play this dragon card. And at that point, the colour does not matter. So you can play a yellow dragon card to stop an orange Angry Mob. That is fine. Everybody loves everybody under the rainbow. But supposing I really, really, really wanted to make sure the Angry Mob got through, in advance of the person playing their dragon card, I could have played a wizard card with my Angry Mob card to make it unstoppable. So the Angry Mob breaks things up, the wizard eggs them on and makes them unstoppable. So you can play that, and then no dragon can stop them. Except if your opponent in their action had played a unicorn. So you can play a unicorn in your action turn. If you want to play a unicorn, what you have to do is basically, when it's your action, you place the unicorn in front of you, and and you're protected. So nobody's Angry Mobs or other cards that they can play can harm you, even with the wizard played on them. So it's a pretty powerful card, but it only lasts 1 turn. Next time it comes back round to you, you have to discard it. The Wild Sheep you can play as an additional kind of action. It's not really an action, you just play it, you throw it away. It's any colour. Now don't get it confused with when you're playing your treasure cards. When you're playing your treasure cards here, don't get it confused with this one, where this is a sheep of any colour. This sheep can be any colour at all. Not this sheep, that way around. The Angry Sheep, this sheep can be any colour at all. So it can be the orange sheep in this equation. It doesn't have to be this colourless sheep. All sheep can be any sheep of any colour, but only wild sheep can be sheep of a specific colour, in this case orange. Pretty powerful, those cards, quite useful. What else have we got in the Action K5's card arena? We are running low now. I have the Thief. The Thief here, he basically, he's a big wolfy guy stealing a sheep, and he can take your sheep. So you can steal 2 sheep from your opponent. And again, they could play the dragon to stop you from playing that, but you could also put the wizard on it to stop them from playing the dragon, and again the unicorn wouldn't stop them at all. So there are just 2 more cards to tell you about. On the action card front, we have the Knight card. He basically enables you to skip a player, so you can choose which player is going to miss out on their turn that turn. That's quite useful again if somebody looks like they might be about to win, but again they can stop it or protect themselves from it. And the final one is the Shepherd, and this one you play on yourself, and it enables you to draw 2 extra cards. which again can be useful because it enables you to pick up 2 extra cards, which may give you the card you need for treasure. So if you, for example, had these red cards out and you needed red cards to play your big red card, then you could pick them up. So it will be highly useful. And there is just one more small rule of the game which makes it a little bit more challenging, is the wrong word, but adds an extra dimension to it, and that is the lair. And the lair is played instead of a treasure card. So it's not played instead of an action card, it's played instead of a treasure card. So you can't play a lair and a treasure in the same turn. Lairs score you no points on their own. But if you start playing treasure of the same colour into your lair, then they start to get good. So a lair costs nothing to play. So it's like an action card, you can just play it, but it does count as a treasure card. You put that down, and then when you start playing these in, so that's worth 6, and that's worth 7, that's worth quite a lot. But if you have 2, there's a little icon down here, you probably can't see it very well, but there's a little icon down here. If you have 2 cards in your, lair, then it's worth 3. If you have 3 cards, it's worth 6, and if you have 4, it's worth 10. So that's an extra bonus point in your lair. Now, lair, you can have lairs of. There are 2 layers of each colour in the deck, and you can have as many layers as you like, but you can only have 1 layer of each colour. So collecting layers and then comparing sets and making sets of the same colour is the way to go in this game. It will bring you victory, and that is about it. So you go around, each taking your sheep, occasionally pinching one another's cards, and so the sheep are always blind, so you know what colour they are, but you don't know what's underneath. You have your action cards, which you can use to enhance your abilities or steal cards from other players or take extra cards, and basically you're just trying to build up your stocks of colours so that you can build, play your treasure cards. The Wishing Tree is probably one of my favourite cards, I don't know why, seems to always keep coming out. And it's a really fun game, it's a really beautiful game. You can see from the artwork wherever you cut them open, there's the King's Treasure. King's Treasure there. Again, it's lovely cards. The cards are lovely. The game is quick, it's engaging. My children love it. I would highly recommend this as a sort of, like I say, it's a good introduction into games if you're doing that, or if you just want a palate cleanser between some heavy games. It's good. It's portable. It's takeawayable. The rules are only a few pages long. The box is small. Good holiday game. Good fun for all the family. Doesn't require much understanding or knowledge, so you can just dive straight in. So that is Dragon's Hoard. So I hope that wasn't too bad. The experience was rather more stressful than I anticipated, my first top-down explanation of a game, but I hope it made some sort of garbled sense, or by the time Pete's edited it, it made a little bit more garbled sense. So I hope you enjoyed that Dragon's Hoard video. Thank you for watching. As I've said, the game is Dragon's Hoard, and it's designed by Nathaniel Mortensen. It's published by Renegade Studios. I've forgotten to look up the price, but I shall get Pete to flesh it up for you here. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again soon. Until then, happy gaming. Bye.